There are two things you cannot control in this life. Number one is time. You cannot control time. Time is what? The dimension of the physical universe. Time is not, as you know, time is relative. Time's not spiritual. It's the dimension of the physical universe that orders the sequence of events. You can't control it. Time. You can manage it, but you can't control it. And number two, global circumstances. I call global circumstances a series of events that collide to impact the future. And why am I using the word global? I'm saying it's far beyond you. So when global imports and exports are choked off due to lack of resources, like tariffs, when a tariff happens between us and China, all of a sudden, you can't control that. That's going to happen. The price of goods is going to skyrocket. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do. You cannot control time. You cannot control man-made or natural disasters. Can't control it. You cannot control what millions of people decide to do. If millions of people in India decide to have a riot and it shuts things down and a religious war takes place, nothing you can do. So what I tell people all the time is prepare and take those things into account. When your car breaks down, what just happened? It just took your time. You no longer have control over certain things, and it took your money. So if you did not prepare and manage your resources, guess what just happened? Your time is gone and your money is gone. If you manage your time and your money and your resources and it happened, you were prepared. You have to calculate as you enter into 2020. You have to calculate that there may be global circumstances in your life. Deaths, sickness. If you catch the flu and you're down for 10 days, most people fall behind, right? Do you have to fall behind? No. So if the body gets sick, you don't have to fall behind. Keep your things in order and manage them now. So manage time. Time is a currency, right? Whatever you spend it on, you bought. My wife can tell you, I take every second of my time very seriously. Sometimes I'm doing 5 things at the same time. If it's something I don't want to do, I don't enjoy laundry. If you do, good for you. I don't. I'm going to slap those laundry, boom, 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 and it's out of there. Now listen to how backwards people are. Well, I don't want to fold it in some kind of way, so you will leave it wrinkled in a basket for 9 weeks and live out of it? You're afraid to fold it. I don't want it folded in this. It's in little 45-degree angles. But you will leave it crinkled in a basket. That don't make no kind of sense. Man, slop that thing in there and put it out. Probably like me, you wear the same clothes. You got a closet full of stuff. You're pulling that thing out anyways. I will slap a bunch of laundry and get it done. When I pour the stuff in the toilet bowl, I shove that thing and I get out of there. I flush the toilet. I'm done. When I mop, I'm spraying like a madman. I'm doing a conference call. At the same time, I am out of there. Why? Like my wife will tell you, when I'm resting, I'm resting. Because I'm resting knowing that I have the time. I don't have anything hanging over me. Every second, I don't know how I can get this to you. Your seconds are turned into minutes and they're being robbed. You must take 5 minutes seriously. You have to. If you don't manage it, you will lose it and you will be playing catch up. Always. That is not a good life to live. Do not, 2020 vision, whatever y'all saying for y'all new year. That's not mine, but whatever. You want 2020 vision? Manage what you already have. Manage your time. If you really care, if you ask me, like I'm doing a project at my house, I'm laying pavers. I'm a business person. So by the 5th trip, I calculated that it will take between 5 and 7.5 minutes for each paver. For me to walk to the truck, get it back, lay it down, plant the soil, and I knew I have 72 pavers. So I had calculated how many pavers I'm gonna do before I stop for the day. Many people don't do that. You miscalculate it, and you're like, 72 pavers? Nah, I get that done in about an hour. No, you won't. 9 days later, it's never done. Why? Because you undercalculated, and now that's hanging out waiting for you. This happened, then you got sick, then something happened on the job, then your kids need something, then they had a crisis, and now you've got unfinished business all over the place because of one simple thing, the mismanagement and misallocation of time. Now, if you enjoy doing the activities, good. I understand this. My lungs have a certain amount of breath that they're warranted for. So I wanted to get the pavers correctly and done. Why? Because that time I saved doing it is going to be spent sitting on top of it with the table and enjoying it. You understand that's how that works, right? When you manage your time, you shrink that part down for things you don't enjoy doing. You do it good, you don't shortcut it, so that you have time to do the things you do want to do. Manage your time. What else can you manage? Physical resources, money and body. I don't need to talk about money today. Body. Another thing that you can do going into the year is you manage your time, manage your body. How do you manage your body? Well, make sure you're getting enough rest. Make sure you're getting enough exercise. Make sure you're eating the right food. Sounds trivial. No, it's not. Because guess what can happen? If you don't do that and you fall out of balance with your body, guess what happens to your body? You get sick. If you don't drink enough water, your brain can't function properly. So guess what happens? It takes you 2 times as long to do a task that you could have done in half the time because you're capable of it. Why? Because you did not manage your body. So now you're losing time because you have foggy brain. Does that make sense? So manage your time, manage your body. Number 3, manage your emotional currency. Is God really asking you to talk to that person every single day? Is God really asking you to encourage that person every single week for many hours, many days? Maybe not. But I tell you what, whatever you've delivered out of your heart and out of your mind, your soul, you feel drained. You can go out and do physical labor and not be as drained as sitting down and talking to people. So this is what I'm telling you. Manage your time. So when that person comes, ask God before they come and sit with you. Listen to me. I'm giving you the answer that God is telling. I'm telling you how I live. So everybody says, how do you do all these? I saw you here, then you were there, then I saw you were up there and there. Yeah, I'm here because I manage my time. When I get on the phone, before I push the green button, I ask God how long I'm supposed to talk to this person. Because if it should have been a 10-minute conversation, you turned it into 2 hours, and they were going to never do what you said anyways. Well, manage your emotional currency. Manage your spiritual resources. What are your spiritual resources? If you are not carving out the time, again, I have time to pray in the morning. I'm up 2.5 hours earlier than I need to be. I don't have a boss. No one tell me to go anywhere. Why? Because I manage my time so that my spiritual resources can be managed. When you are running out of the house all the time, guess what you don't have time to do? Pray and sit and listen. So what ends up happening? You make bad decisions. You're depressed more. You doubt more because you entered into the world. So guess what you just did? You blew another year doing the same poppycock that you did before. It's stupid. Stop it. You notice that this is all coming back down to time and what you do with it. Manage relationships. Make sure you're spending time. You know, a lot of times during the week, and for those of you who are over the age of 30, who still have your parents around, you're very blessed to have your parents around. And assume that they are going to live a certain amount of time. Don't assume that you are going to outlive them. Don't assume that you and them are going to be in healthy condition next week. Don't assume that. You just honor the time that you have. Same thing with your children. Don't assume. Don't wait for if you got grandchildren, don't assume that you're going to this and that and have all this time all of a sudden. Don't assume that. Why? So that they know that they are loved and that they are cherished. Don't be somebody who waits